Listen, if you keep making any of these 5 stupid mistakes that a lot of the home buyers make, you will keep losing. Alright, welcome back to another video. If you don't know me, I'm Luis Bruno. I am a real estate agent down here in Savannah, Georgia. And I make content like this to help people like you make better decisions when it comes to real estate. So today, I wanted to share with you something very casual. I'm here in my car, about to head to an appointment, about 5 stupid mistakes people make. And I'm going to go straight to the point. Number 1, they don't have absolutely any context. Now, Bruno, what do you mean about context? Context on 3 things. Number 1, context on the market. You need to know what type of market are we in. Are we in a buyer's market or are we on a seller's market, right? How quickly are homes selling? How many offers are they getting, etc., right? You need context on the listing, right? If you see a home, you need to find out, hey, is that home being on the market for a few months, a few weeks, a few days, or maybe it came on the market today? You need context on the listing. Number 3, you need context on the seller situation, all right? Maybe the seller situation is something that they have to sell the home. It's not the same negotiating with a person that definitely have to sell by a certain date than negotiating with a person who is just putting the property out there and see what happens. So you need context on the market, on the listing, and on the seller situation, all right? Now let me give you another example on how the context on the listing affects the negotiation. I've had clients that basically see a property that came on the market the same day and they want to make a lowball offer, right? Hey, let's offer $10,000 less on a seller's market. And I tell them, hey, we are on a seller's market. This property just hit the market. It's good. It's in a great neighborhood. Let's just start low, because we can always go up. Guess what? You make the offer on Friday. By Sunday, you call me, hey, what happened with the offer? No, the property's been under contract already. Why? Because they received 7 offers, all of them above asking price, and you're making lowball offers because you have no context, right? And then some people argue with me, right? Because they think they're experts, and they say, well, I bought a home 15 years ago, and we started low. I don't know what's wrong with this market. Well, there's nothing wrong with this market, sir. There's something wrong with you because you think you know what you're doing when you're not. Just because you purchased a home 15 years ago doesn't mean anything in 2023. All right, so mistake number 2, too much clutter on the offer. Too much clutter on the offer. People go see the home, right? A lot of buyers go see the home. They notice 5 or 6 minor things, and then they want to include those on the offer. Seller to fix the lamp on the bathroom. Seller to paint the wall on the bedroom. I need the seller to change the mailbox because it's broken. I need the seller to... Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You know why that is a mistake? It is a mistake because you're not getting the seller emotionally invested with your offer. You know what get them emotionally invested with an offer? Knowing, or at least hoping, that the transaction will be easy with you. Oh, I finally found a buyer. He made me a good offer, and it's going to be easy. They're not even asking for that much. They're only having an inspection and an appraisal. Everything's good to go, right? Too much clutter on the offer will kill your deal. Now, how do you avoid this? Make a clean offer at the beginning and then get the inspection. Now, in the meantime, since you have an inspection, you can ask the question, right? Or you can tell your agent to ask the question, hey, if we were to find something in the house, is the seller opposed to maybe fixing a thing or two, right? You just start very small. Is the seller opposed? Don't ask the seller, hey, is the seller fixing all of those things that are wrong? Because the seller is going to go on defense mode. Oh, I'm not going to be spending that much money, blah, blah, blah. They don't have any context on what you're talking about. But now you're attacking them, asking questions about, hey, are you going to fix all of that? No. Now, mistake number 3, too many unnecessary questions before even looking at the property, right? Yes, you can do some research online. Like I told you, you need some context. Now, there is a point where you're asking way too many questions when you're not even invested on the home, meaning you haven't even taken your time to take a look at the property in person. Question like this: hey, why is the seller selling? Hey, why is the seller selling? I go and ask them, hey, is there anything wrong with the property? They have the seller disclosure. They mention X, Y, and Z that is wrong with the property. Okay. Hey, is the seller willing to fix anything that is wrong with the property? Go ahead and ask them. Hey, will they let us move in a little early if we were to close and make an offer? By the time I'm sending my third text message to the listing agent, or my fifth text message, or my fifth call, because you're asking 17 questions even before finding out if you want to take a look at it. By that time, the home is already under contract, right? It's been 2 days of you asking questions. It's been Thursday, Friday, asking questions. By Friday, they just tell you to F off. They don't even want to deal with you. The moment you make an offer, they're like, oh, this is the guy that asked 17 questions. No, thank you. We're good. We'll pass. Mistake number 4, texting important information instead of just having a conversation on the phone, explaining exactly what you mean with what you say. Let me give you an example. We are on a multiple offer situation, and I tell you as a buyer, I say, hey, the listing agent said that you need to make your highest and best offer today because they're accepting offers tomorrow. Highest and best offer. Well, the best I can do is $300,000, right? Let's say, for example, the home was for sale for $290,000. No, the best I can do is $300,000. Okay, cool. Then all of a sudden, 3 weeks later, the home closed. They find out that the home was sold for $305,000. And they get mad about it. All right? They get mad about it. Why? Well, if I would have known that they were willing to take $305,000, I would have made $305,000. Well, sir, I tell you your highest and best offer by today. So if you knew you could do more, why didn't you do more? Right? I am a real estate agent. I'm not forcing you. I don't have access to your bank account. I'm not going to be writing an offer when you told me your highest and best is $300,000. If you're willing to do more, you should be able to communicate that instead of just sending me a text message saying, hey, you know what? 300, highest and best, call it a day. You get what I'm saying? So instead of just sending text message, have a conversation on the phone. Explain to me. Let's have a conversation. Let's ask each other questions instead of just sending a short text message. Now, that applies to buyers when communicating with their agent, and that applies to other agents communicating with each other. Because I've had agents that send me a text message, and then all of a sudden they call me saying, hey, by the way, what I mean was X, Y, and Z. I forgot to include that on the text message. You see? I was about to have a conversation with my client, so I'm glad you called me. Because if you would have not called me, the deal would be dead by now. Now, the last mistake number 5, is not knowing when to finish. Meaning, what is your hell no number? Your hell no situation. Your hell no everything. Right? You need to have an exit plan. You cannot be emotionally invested on the property. You need to have a hell no situation. For example, you're making this offer on this home, and you know damn well, you're like, okay, you know what? If this is wrong with the home and this is wrong with the home, there is no way I'm going to deal with that, right? Your hell no. This is your hell no situation. I am not dealing with that. I'm not even negotiating none of that. I'm not even wasting my time with none of that, right? You got to have a hell no situation, right? Why? To avoid wasting not only your time and money, but also the other person's time and money, right? You cannot go into the property and then all of a sudden say, well, if I would have known that the roof was that old, I would have not even made the offer. Well, I didn't know that the roof being 17 years old or 15 years old was a hell no for you. I didn't know that. Did you tell me that? Right? You didn't tell me that if the roof was more than 10 years old, there's no way you're going to deal with it. Or if it was 15 years old. You get what I'm saying? Like if you don't even know what the hell no is, how am I supposed to communicate with that with the seller? So now you went under contract, you made an offer on the home, you paid $350 on the inspection. All of a sudden you found out something that I thought it was obvious because the roof looks old, or the HVAC looks like it's in bad shape, or the wall seems like it has some stains on it, right? And now all of a sudden you're acting like a hell no, like, oh my God, if I would have known this, I would have not wasted my time. You get what I'm saying? So you need to have a clear understanding of what the hell no situation is before you start wasting time, money and effort into a real estate transaction. With that being said, guys, thanks for watching. If I can help you with anything real estate wise, just let me know. You got my number down here, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.